There's a new sheriff in town, Tezzeret Cruel Captain, and today we're playing it in Legacy Mystic Forge combo. Let's go check it out. In front of you is Legacy Mystic Forge combo, but at this point, it's not really a Mystic Forge deck. In fact, we're only playing 2 copies of the namesake in the main deck. Really, it's a Karn the Great Creator deck and One Ring deck. But that's not the point of the conversation today. It is the new and exciting card, Tezzeret Cruel Captain, a 3-mana Planeswalker with 4 starting loyalty. Whenever an artifact comes into play, you can add a loyalty to Tezzeret Cruel Captain, and then 0 mana, you untap target artifact or creature. If it's an artifact creature, it's a +1/+1 counter. -3, you search your library for an artifact that costs 1 or less, and it doesn't have the colorless symbol on it, which comes up, and I'll explain why. And then you put it to your hand, shuffle, and then -7, you could turn an artifact into a creature and put 3+1/+1 counters on it. So that -3 ability is really interesting because you could find Portable Hole. Urza Saga has a indicator that costs 0 generic or 1 generic. Tezzeret Cruel Captain doesn't have that, which means that you could find Portable Hole to deal with Null Rod or Collector Oof or some other problematic card that's messing up your day. This deck in the past has really struggled against Null Rod, and now you have Tezzeret Cruel Captain to search out an answer that's honestly just pretty good on its own, so that's exciting. On top of that, the -7 ability also beats Null Rod, so this card is just fantastic. And when you're not beating Null Rod, it untaps the One Ring to draw more cards, or it untaps Grim Monolith, or Basalt Monolith, Candelabra of Tawnos. This card does everything in this deck, and honestly, it's the perfect inclusion. That is why we're shaving even more copies of Mystic Forge, and while putting 1 in the sideboard. But that's the upgrade that we're playing today. This deck went from, low tier 2, high tier 3, all the way up to the second most played deck in Legacy since the release of Edge of Eternities, and I'm excited to try it out today, see how much it's improved. That's my deck tech. That's what I've got for now. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, suggestions, whatever, put those down below. I would love to hear from you. But for now, we're going to hop on into match number 1, and I will see you there. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicsforum.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicsforum.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to match number 1. We're playing Karn Forge, aka Mystic Forge combo. We're on the draw. Our opponent has taken a mulligan. Here I have a land where we can't cast a single spell that isn't Manifold Key. So yes, you have lands and spells, but I think this hand is just too fair. I need a mulligan for something a little bit more explosive. And this is better. We'll keep this. I will bottom the Planar Nexus. So I can go first turn Basalt Monolith off of City of Traders Lotus Petal, and then play Mox Opal, but that leaves me 1 mana short of the One Ring. I still think that this is good enough. Our opponent plays a Mox Diamond. It looks like we're facing lands. I would really love to draw a key. That would be one of my best draws. They play their own Urza Saga. They pass the turn. 3 cards in their hand. Ooh, we ripped the key. Let's party. City of Traders, Lotus Petal. Looks like they have Disruptor Flute. We'll have to see what they name here. And here it comes. Disruptor Flute. Oh no, it's Beseiju. Okay. Sure, I mean, I don't care about my City of Traders being destroyed. We don't have a land type to grab, I don't believe. Okay, so Lotus Petal. Should have saved that. We'll play Basalt Monolith. Tap the Basalt Monolith. We'll play the Manifold Key. Play the Mox Opal. And now we can untap the Basalt Monolith using one of the floating mana. Tap the Basalt Monolith. We'll play the One Ring. Trigger the One Ring. We have protection. Draw a card. Another City of Traders. Pass the turn. Their Urza Saga goes to the second chapter. They play Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. Sure. We lose 1 life from the One Ring. Grim Monolith is the draw. We'll draw a card here off the One Ring. Ooh, another Manifold Key. We'll play City of Traders. Play Grim Monolith. Tap the Grim Monolith. Untap the One Ring. And now we'll draw 3 cards. Candelabra. Not the best draw here. We'll play Manifold Key, and we'll untap Grim Monolith. And this breaks my heart, but I'm going to cast Karn the Great Creator. Ugh, it feels disgusting. I don't like it. They make a construct token, sure. We will plus the Karn the Great Creator and destroy their Mox Diamond. Pass the turn. Our opponent just said in the chat the Mets suck. You know, I get it. Your feelings are hurt. Mine are hurt too. I'm playing Karn the Great Creator. But you don't have to make attacks like that. That's just not nice. Not nice at all. They grab a Pithing Needle. This can name Karn the Great Creator or the One Ring. They name the One Ring. They play Life from the Loam, getting back the Visagia Who Endures, Urza Saga, and the other Yavimaya Cradle of Growth. They play the Urza Saga. You got it. And now they play an Expedition map. They can attack the Karn. Alright, the One Ring, we're going to lose 3 life here. Tezzeret, Cruel Captain. So I could Tezzeret here, and I can go grab the, what is it called? Portable Hole. That's actually pretty darn good. We'll untap the Grim Monolith. I mean, I could put Mycosynth Lattice into play. It's just, is that worth it? Because my Karn would die to the Construct token. We're just going to play the Tezzeret Cruel Captain here. And I'll minus the Tezzeret. We'll grab Portable Hole. Play the Portable Hole. Okay, and I'll exile the Pithing Needle. And then we can auto-yield to this ability that adds a counter to the Tezzeret. We'll draw 4 cards off the One Ring. Play... Let's untap the Grim Monolith. Alright, and the opponent just concedes. I guess they had enough. But the Portable Hole coming up in game number 1 is pretty sweet. Well, now they get to bring in a bunch of Force of Vigors, which is annoying. So we'll bring in Disruptor Flute. You could probably get rid of the Soul Guide Lantern. Like, yes, they're a Life from the Loam deck, but I don't think that's like an angle of attack you actually want to use. And maybe Candelabra against a deck that's like a Wasteland strategy. Like, this card doesn't seem amazing here. Could bring in my own Needle just for Wasteland. That is a possibility. Or Visagia Who Endures. We'll bring in the Needle. I'm just not sure what to cut at the moment. I wonder if it's crazy to sideboard out a Manifold Key. That or it's like 1 Disruptor Flute and I leave the other in the sideboard for the Karn. We'll try this. I'm not convinced this is the proper sideboarding because I'm not super experienced with this deck, but we're going to give it a go. 3 keys and a Glaring Fleshraker. Oh my. I don't think I'm allowed to keep this. Sending it back. This is better. Keep and get rid of the Urza's Tower? This plays my whole hand on turn 1, assuming that they don't have a Force of Vigor. They play Once Upon a Time, and they find a Wasteland. Sure. They play Mox Diamond, discard Urza's Saga, and then they play the Wasteland. 4 cards in their hand. And first turn Disruptor Flute. What do you name? I hope it's a card I don't have in my hand. But we'll see. No, they named Grim Monolith. Ah. I don't even know what to do now. But I guess we play the City of Traders. We'll play Lotus Petal. And then Tezzeret Cruel Captain. Ah, this is devastating. We'll minus the Tezzeret. Is it foolish to grab the Portable Hole? Like, I don't even have white mana and there's only 1 Mox Opal. So I almost feel like grabbing the Opal would be better right now. And then if I can get the loyalty up on the Tezzeret, I can grab the Portable Hole later. Our opponent activates Wasteland to destroy our City of Traders. That happens. They play Visagia Who Endures. Okay. And now they have Life from the Loam, so they have Wasteland lock on me. And they have the Disruptor Flute on Grim Monolith. Being on the draw was not good here. Untap my artifact, I guess. I don't know. Pass the turn. They do not dredge the Life from the Loam. Interesting. They play Urza's Saga. And now they crop rotation away the Visagia, which means that they can later Life from the Loam back the Visagia and then just start destroying my Mox Opal or the Portable Hole. Yeah, I think I lost this game because I was on the draw. They find a Yavimaya Cradle of Growth off of the crop rotation. We draw Planar Nexus. I know that our opponent has a Wasteland in their hand already, so I could play the Manifold Key and then minus the Tezzeret. I mean, it's not great, but it's something, so we can play Key here. Now Tezzeret gets a loyalty. We can minus the Tezzeret to go grab another artifact. And then I technically have Metalcraft now. I just feel like I'm too far behind. Because they can dredge the life from the loam and just start besieging all of my things. They did not dredge the life from the loam, so I wonder if they already have like a Force of Vigor or something. They play the known Wasteland. Goodbye to my Planar Nexus. We draw a Mystic Forge. I'm going to stop wasting time. I do not believe I can win this game. So let's just go to game 3. And I'm going to resubmit. I don't think it was a deck building issue with game 2. I believe that we just happened to be on the draw. And our hand was got by the opponent's Disruptor Flute. Game 3 on the play. Sure, I think we'll keep this. It's slow, but I can Needle on Wasteland and then Disruptor Flute on Force of Vigor. We'll play Urza's Tower and the Pithing Needle. We'll name Wasteland, pass the turn. Our opponent plays the Yavimaya Cradle of Growth into Exploration and a Wasteland. Okay. Now they play their own Needle, sure. And they guessed Karn the Great Creator. Well, that's back-to-back games where they've named the right card. That hurts my feelings a little. We'll play Urza's Saga. And I can't but wonder if maybe the Disruptor Flute should be on Boseiju Who Endures. Because Force of Vigor, they're 1 mana away from casting it anyway. So I'll name Boseiju Who Endures. Pass the turn. They play Thespian Stage. So now I'm dead to a crop rotation. And they play Boseiju Who Endures. They have 2 cards left in their hand. The crop rotation into Dark Depths would kill me here. Planar Nexus was a good draw. I just don't know exactly what it does for me here. Because I can play the Karn, but then I have to Lotus Petal Portable Hole. And then I don't have a 1 mana answer in my sideboard for Merit Lodge anyway. We can play the Planar Nexus, play the Karn the Great Creator, and then we'll play the Lotus Petal, make a white, and we'll play Portable Hole, exile the Pithing Needle, and then minus the Karn the Great Creator. Yes. Grab Ensnaring Bridge, and hope that they don't have crop rotation, because if they do, I lose. And they have it. Bummer. Yeah, they got me. Alright, we lose match number 1 to lands. We are 0-1 to start off this Legacy League. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Time for the second round. We're on the draw. This is a turn 2 Karn the Great Creator. I think we keep this. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just don't believe you're supposed to mulligan these hands. I have no idea what the opponent's playing. Well, they've taken a mulligan to 4. My gut tells me oops all spells, but I guess we'll find out. And they just passed the turn. Mox Opal. We'll play Ancient Tomb and pass. It looks like they're passing the turn. We'll play City of Traders and Karn the Great Creator. It resolves, I'll minus. Feels pretty free to grab a Tormod's Crypt here, assuming that they are in fact oops all spells. Play it out. And the opponent concedes, nice. I do like free wins. We'll bring in Leyline of the Void. Probably the Needle and Disruptor Flutes. A lot of cards to come in. You could probably take out the Candelabra of Tawnos, that is a late game card. Maybe the Basalt Monolith. I don't know for a fact that they're oops all spells, so I don't want to take out the Portable Hole. Yeah, there's just too many cards I want in this matchup. I think I'm going to take out the Mystic Forges, which seems crazy. It's just, something has to go, and I don't think I'm the combo deck. I think I'm the control deck. And Mystic Forge is a combo card when you're trying to approach the matchup. And then maybe 1 key and 2 copies of Glaring Fleshraker. We'll try this. We are on the draw. I'll take a mulligan. Our opponent did as well. This is a turn 1, the One Ring. It's just, am I going to get a turn 1? Oh, actually, it's not a turn 1, the One Ring. This is an Urza's Tower. This hand does not function. We're both going to 5. Still no Leyline of the Void here. I think we're going to mulligan again. Like, oh, come on. Still no Leyline? We'll go to 3. Maybe our deck doesn't actually have Leyline in it. Maybe that's the secret. Okay. I'm just going to keep it. We'll keep turn 1 Kozilek's Command. Oh my, they're oops all spells. That's crazy. We'll play the Ancient Tomb and Grim Monolith. Pass the turn. They passed. Wow. Right on time, Leyline. Right on time. So I can play Kozilek's Command for 4. And if I find Karn the Great Creator, I can play it and then grab Tormod's Crypt. So we'll do Scry-X draw and make Scions. Okay. We did not find Karn. Or anything, really. All 4 on the bottom. Okay, another K command. That was good. Pass the turn. They play a Cabal Ritual. And now a Chrome Mox. Okay. No imprint. This looks like Beseech the Mirror into Goblin Charbelcher. It is. Okay, so now I know what list they're playing. Because they're playing the one that's been 5-0ing leagues a lot. And there it is. So we get to see how they sideboarded here. They did not leave Oops combo in their deck, but that could always change for game 3. I'm going to just resubmit. The build that they're playing does not have Force of Vigor, so knowing that is actually fairly important. Game number 3, we're on the play. Our opponent took a while to sideboard. I don't know if that means that they boarded back into, Oops all spells or not, but I'm going to keep this hand. So we have turn 1 Leyline of the Void plus Urza's Saga. Urza's Saga here is just a suspend for Pithing Needle to name Goblin Charbelcher if the game lasts that long. Okay, so they mulligan to 5. Now down to 4. We will put the Leyline of the Void on the table. Urza's Saga. And then I could hold the Voltaic Key here. I'm going to play it. Just in case I draw a Grim Monolith, it gives me the ability to turn 2 put a Needle on the table. Using the Tezzeret Cruel Captain. They have an untap land. Duress. So it's either Tezzeret Cruel Captain or the One Ring. And I believe that they chose the right card. Because if they left me with Tezzeret, I'd be able to find the Needle faster. And then they just conceded the match. I am down. Alright, so we are now 1-1. Take that, Oops all spells. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $15.99. This token combo pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens featuring classic Storm and Mana tokens with new inclusions such as our modern Ruby Storm package, but that's not all. Our token pack covers a variety of formats from Pauper to CDH with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. For round number 3, we're on the play. This hand seems weird. Is Tezzeret good enough to make this hand a keep? I think I'm going to try it. So we can play turn 1 Candle, and then turn 2 City of Traders, untap the 2 lands, make an extra mana, and then you have 4 mana. You could play the Tezzeret Cruel Captain plus the Manifold Key. Opponent with a mulligan to 5. I don't like that, because it might mean Oops all spells. We'll play the Candle. Pass the turn. Alright, not Oops all spells. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. So they're going to take the Tezzeret here. This is like a Pox deck that I faced a number of times. It plays small Pox. If you're unfamiliar with this land, and honestly, it's pretty sweet. So you pay a life, it taps for a black, and you put a hatchling counter on the land. And then when that land is put into a graveyard, you get like 1/1s equal to the number of counters on it. So it means that if you small Pox it away, it gives you creatures, which is pretty sweet. Play the Manifold Key. And then I'm going to pass the turn. Flooded Strand is interesting. Cabal Therapy. Well, I'm going to respond to that one. We'll untap our lands. And then we will untap Candelabra. I don't know if this even matters. I don't think it does. So now we'll tap, untap, untap. So yeah, I'm just back at 3 mana. And then Kozilek's Command for 1. And we'll keep the ring on top. Alright, so they discard my other Kozilek's Command. They have a Flooded Strand in hand, which means that maybe they're Orzhov instead of Golgari. I've mostly seen this deck as a Golgari deck, but yeah, this one is Orzhov instead. And then they play an Ocelot Pride. Are you also Energy? That's kind of spicy. And now they flash back the Cabal Therapy. They take my ring. Unfortunate. Ancient Tomb. Doesn't do me any good here. I'll pass. They have 2 cards in their hand. Souls of the Lost. I have no idea what this is. There's an additional cost to cast this spell. Discard or sacrifice another permanent. Its power is equal to the number of cards in graveyard plus of permanent cards in your graveyard plus 1. So it's a Lurgoyf type card. Yeah, that was very good for them. They have 1 card left. I guess we'll play Urza's Saga. Okay, and now I'll tap this for a white. Play the Portable Hole. And we'll exile the large creature. Pass the turn. They grab a Shadowy Backstreet. So my next turn should be pretty sweet because I have the Candelabra plus Urza's Saga and the Manifold Key. So, oh no, they have Wasteland. Oh, that's devastating. I was going to be able to make a bunch of constructs, not anymore. Our opponent running a little hot here, just having all the answers, making me very sad. We'll play Manifold Key. Pass. I'm at 17. We're about to take 5 down to 12. I need to draw something good and soon. There's this tower. All the mana in the world. I need something to do with it. So this attack will put me down to 7. And that represents lethal next turn. Ouch. Urza's Saga is not good enough here. Alright, our opponent was disruptive enough. And they take game number 1. Okay, we likely don't need the Soul Guide Lantern. That can get out of our deck. Bring in the Dismember. I don't know if there's anything else I'd like to change here. I think I'm just going to resubmit. On the play for game number 2. So this is a turn 1 Karn the Great Creator. I think that means it's a keep. It's either that or Glaring Fleshraker plus 1 Scion. We'll play Ancient Tomb, play the Grim Monolith, play the Lotus Petal, play the Karn the Great Creator. And I think we just plus this turn. Pass. And they do nothing. Versus Tower. We'll play the Planar Nexus. And the Glaring Fleshraker. Minus the Karn. Yes. And I think we just grab Mystic Forge. Like, if they would like to spend a turn discarding it at this point, I think I'm okay with that, because that means next turn I have Mycosynth Lattice. They grab a Shadowy Backstreet. They play Scrubland. Guide of Souls. So they are, in fact, an energy strategy. Alright, so we'll play Urza's Tower. I have 6 mana now. Play the Key. This will create a Scion. And they'll take 1. Untap the Grim Monolith. Minus the Karn the Great Creator. Yes. And now we'll grab the... Hold on. Is it actually better here to just win? I could grab Paradox Engine. I think Paradox Engine wins. Rather than just trying to Lattice lock them. So we'll grab the engine. We'll play the Paradox Engine. And now when I play the Mystic Forge, it untaps the Grim Monolith and the Key. Okay, so we'll create a Scion. All of our things untap. Now Forge resolves. Untap the Grim Monolith. Tap it again. Sacrifice the Scion. And we'll cast the cast the Kozilek's Command. We'll Scryax and draw and make Scions. And our opponent concedes. Alright, so turn 3 win. Not bad. On the draw now. No changes. Send it back. Sure. I mean, what I like about hands like this is that they're resilient to discard. Like, if our opponent plays a turn 1 Thoughtseize, like, what are you taking? But the hand is all good cards. And they've taken a mulligan down to 4. Turn 1 Flooded Strand. They grab that Scrubland. Deafening Silent. Sure. We'll play Urza's Saga. And a Lotus Petal. They play Thoughtseize. I mean, even if they didn't have the Deafening Silence, I think I was playing a fair game plan anyway. And they just saw my hand and saw the writing on the wall. So we are now 2-1. The Gold Sabertooth times the Epic Storm Collection has arrived with 3 full-size tokens showcasing the beloved Dark Ritual, CDH Rogsai, and Legacy of the Epic Storm for just $5. On the backs of these tokens, there's a place for my signature or a custom message. In addition to these sweet tokens, a friendly reminder that all orders that ship from theepicstorm.com also come with a signed Storm token from yours truly. Match number 4, we're 2-1 on the draw again. Really, I'd like to win some die rolls, but this hand is pretty good. Turn 1 Underground Sea. I don't love to see that. Okay. Likely means that they're Reanimator. We'll play the Planar Nexus. Pass the turn. And if I was on the play, I could set up a Kozilek's Command for turn 2, but I'm just dead here to Entomb Reanimate. Surprise, surprise. Welcome to Legacy. And they grab an Archon of Cruelty. Do you have the Atraxa in your hand? They brainstorm. So maybe they do. Okay, so no spell here. Ancient Tomb. We'll play the Urza's Tower. Play the Grim Monolith. And let's try the One Ring. We can pay for a daze here. It resolves. Nice. Draw. Another land. We'll play Mox Opal. Pass the turn. They fetch with the Polluted Delta, and they grab an Undercity Sewers. Travails away Thoughtseize. Okay. They play Brainstorm. Wasteland. They get rid of the Planner Nexus. So that means that the other Urza's Tower in my hand is dead. Okay. We'll draw for turn. It's a key. That was pretty good. Draw off the ring. Let's play Urza's Saga, because this is basically a suspend for my Soul Guide Lantern. We'll play the Manifold Key. And I think I'm going to pass here, because that way I could leave up Kozilek's Command for the Archon of Cruelty. Another Entomb. Okay, so they're currently tapped out. I could Kozilek's Command for both, but then I lose to Daze, so I think I'm actually supposed to pass here. They play a third Brainstorm, so they likely have Force of Will back up at this point. And the Atraxa. So I'm going to do my best here to stop them. I will untap the Grim Monolith, and we will Kozilek's Command for 1. I'll draw, and we will exile the Atraxa. Okay, Kozilek's Command for 1. And they concede. Nice. Got away with one there. They didn't have the turn to reanimate. Reanimator. I don't know if this is even a matchup. Like, traditionally, Leyline is pretty stinky against actual Reanimator, but maybe it's just good enough here at slowing them down. Not likely a Portable Hole matchup, so that can leave. Maybe get rid of the Candelabra of Tawnos. Shave a Manifold Key and a Mystic Forge? Or maybe it's both Forges, and you keep the key. Maybe that's better. It's weird. This deck has become so good that you don't even need Mystic Forge anymore. Alright, so no Leyline of the Void. They kept 7. Honestly, I think this is a keep. Like, I know it doesn't have the Leyline, but it does have 4 mana on turn 2. You have Kozilek's Command. They have first turn Thoughtseize. They take the Grim Monolith. Interesting. My hand has plenty of mana unless they also have a Wasteland. We'll pass. They play Polluted Delta. They have 5 cards in their hand. Basalt Monolith. Okay. Let's play the Lotus Petal that they know about. Play the Basalt Monolith. And I could jam the ring here. I'm not going to. I don't want to risk end step and tomb into whatever. They fetch with the Polluted Delta for a Undercity Sewers. Keeping the card on top. Wasteland. So they did have the Wasteland. That's why they took the Grim Monolith. And now they play a Tamiyo Inquisitive Student. 4 cards in their hand. Urza's Saga. We'll play that. I'm going to just try the One Ring here. Like, I think if they had Entomb or whatever, they would have done something already. I could be wrong, but this is what I'm going to go for. Force of Will exiling Hurkyl's Recall. Okay. They swing. They create a clue. 3 cards in their hand. They draw off the clue. Plays Misty Rainforest. 3 cards. Saga goes to the second chapter. Play another Urza's Tower. And I'll pass. So if they fetch on the end step, I can try to Kozilek's Command the Tamiyo. And they do. Because now they can't Brainstorm. So we'll exile the Tamiyo and draw a card. Kozilek's Command for 1 on the stack. Bottom the Glaring Flashraker. I don't need that. And we draw City of Traders. So we just need this 1 turn window for our opponent to not put a large creature into... Oh, and they're going to do it. Entomb. Ah. Alright. Because next turn I would have been able to grab Soul Guide Lantern. The Atraxa triggers. They find Consign to Memory, Null Rod, Thoughtseize, Reanimate, Brainstorm, Wasteland. This was an incredible 10 cards. Maybe I misplayed. And now they're going to play Null Rod. Okay. I don't think there's much I could do here. Ooh, we ripped the Planar Nexus. That gives me a shot. Because now I can Karn into Ensnaring Bridge. And I boarded out the, what is it called? The Portable Hole like a dummy. We'll grab the Soul Guide Lantern. Exile, I don't know. Force of Will. We'll play the Planar Nexus. My land's now tapped for a bunch. Play Karn the Great Creator. And then we can minus the Karn. Yes. Grab Ensnaring Bridge. And play it. Okay. So they can destroy my Planar Nexus next turn. But we're sort of in this holding pattern where they can't attack now. And I can't do much of anything because of Null Rod. And they showed us that they exiled a Hurkyl's Recall earlier. So they don't have access to that. And now they Brainstorm. They play Flooded Strand. 4 cards left in their hand here. There goes my Planar Nexus. I know that they have a Consign to Memory in their hand, or else I could try to turn their Null Rod into a creature and then exile it with the Kozilek's command. We'll play Ancient Tomb. I think we'll plus the Karn here. No targets. I don't want to animate the Null Rod and then have them attack me with it because I have cards still in my hand. They're fetching down to 6. Bowmasters, okay. So they ping the Karn. This seems like a window for me to use this Kozilek's command. I'll make a blocker and we'll exile a creature. I think I'm supposed to continue to play around Daze. I probably didn't need to tap the other Urza's Tower, but oh well. Okay, I'm at 18. They attack the Karn. I'm going to block. We draw Manifold Key, play it, plus the Karn. And, I mean, we're just in garbage time at this point. We probably lose if they ever draw Brazen Borrower. And, you know, we're just trying to get by. Cameo Inquisitive Student, so now they can flip that. So that's a pressure point for us. We know that they still have, what is it called? Consign to Memory. I will minus the Karn the Great Creator here. Yes. Grab a Needle. Play the Needle. I won't lie, I just had to look up the name. It's Tamiyo Seasoned Scholar. So that is the back half of Tamiyo. We'll play the Urza's Tower, and then we have to pass the turn. They can attack and make clues, but those clues can't be activated due to my Karn the Great Creator. They play another Wasteland. Plus on the Karn the Great Creator. I guess I can kill their clues. That's fun. And then we'll play Lotus Petal. They play a Ponder. They did not shuffle, so is this Brazen Borrower? Thunder Trap Trainer, that's spicy. And they find Force of Will. We find another key, I'll play it. Plus the Karn. Pass the turn. We draw Tez. I suppose we can play that. Consign to Memory with Replicate. My spell has been countered. I don't think you need to replicate it against the mono colorless deck, but whatever. We'll plus the Karn and pass the turn. They play a Marsh Flats. They still have 5 cards in hand. We know one of them is a Force of Will. Another Ancient Tomb. We'll minus the Karn. Grab Disruptor Flute. Pass the turn. And then I can play it in their upkeep. Play the Disruptor Flute. They hardcast the known Force of Will. They play another land. Still 4 cards in their hand. Planar Nexus. So I could try to exile the Null Rod here, because this gives me white mana for the Karn the Great Creator. We'll minus the Karn. Yes. Grab Portable Hole. Play the Planar Nexus. Add a white. And play the Portable Hole. Force of Will exiles Brainstorm. Pass. They have 3 cards in their hand. They should probably use the Wasteland on the Planar Nexus here, not let me have infinite mana. We'll plus the Karn the Great Creator. And play Tezzeret Cruel Captain. Another Consign to Memory. Okay. They have 3 in hand. Glaring Fleshraker will plus. Play the Glaring Fleshraker. Pass. They're at 5, so 5 spells kills them with the Glaring Fleshraker. We'll play a key. Trigger the Glaring Fleshraker. And I think I'm just going to plus the Karn this turn. There's nothing I really want to cast out of my sideboard. Like, I could grab a Tormod's Crypt. I'm just not convinced that's like a good move when there's a Null Rod in play. We draw City of Traders. Let's minus the Karn now. And I'll try Mycosynth Lattice. Yes. We'll grab the Mycosynth Lattice. Play the City of Traders. And Mycosynth Lattice. So at the bare minimum, they're taking 1 damage down to 3. Is this an Orcish Bowmasters in response? Or is it Petty Theft? Okay, it's Orcish Bowmasters. So they're locked out of the game. I guess their only avenue to victory is me not being able to cast spells. And I have a lot of lands in play, so I think I'm going to be able to cast spells. Play a Lotus Petal. Oh, I forgot with the Null Rod, neither of us can cast spells. Oh no. I forgot that I was locking us both out. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Oh no. Yeah, I'm a dummy. I punted. I have one Mox Opal and one Lotus Petal. That's it. That win this game. Oh no, I completely forgot about Null Rod locking me out too. Urza Saga. If I stumble into a win here, I do not deserve it. I completely forgot about Null Rod on their side of the table interacting with my Mycosynth Lattice. Oh no. Yeah, I just punted. No excuse. We'll play another Urza Saga. What was I thinking? This game was really good too, and then I just went and ruined it. Classic. I'm sure the opponent's a little upset that I keep on drawing lands and things I can play for free. Another Urza Saga, okay. So I don't want to grab the zeros because I'm pretty sure the zeros here don't trigger. Whenever a colorless creature enters, it deals them 1. And if I search out the zeros, I'm not casting them, so I'm not creating Eldrazi Scions. So I don't want to do anything. Like, I have Lotus Petal and Opal as the only 2 cards in my deck that allow me to win this game. So we'll grab a key, play Urza Saga, pass the turn. It was just a mess up on my part. I feel like I played this game relatively well up until that point, and then I just blanked. And now I have a spell I can't cast. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, our opponent realized that I messed up. They're attacking me and not the Karn? I feel like they should be attacking Karn here. Okay. They go to 13. Because if they attacked Karn, then then all of their lands unlock. I really messed this game up. I think I would have won if I wasn't an idiot. Alright, I have to pass the turn. My opponent's asking me if I'm wasting time or if they are. And, like, I can still win. They're sending it all at me. I'll block a Orcish Bowmasters. So I'll take 2 here. The One Ring, I can't play that. F6. I can't believe I messed this game up this badly. This is a blunder. We'll block the other Bowmasters. Another Glaring Fleshraker. I can't do anything. They discard another Thundertrap Trainer. That's a Grim Monolith I can't play. Pretty soon they can attack me with the Atraxa. So I need to draw like both zeros in a row very quickly here. Well, that's a land. That delays it for a turn. Leyline of the Void. Not a good draw. Yeah, I just wasn't thinking. I threw this game. Okay, that's 7. So now the Atraxa can attack, unfortunately. Yeah, I messed up. And Atraxa gets in. I think my opponent forgot that they could attack Karn and unlock all their stuff. Alright, and that's the ball game. So I messed up game number 2. I probably would have won if I wasn't an idiot, but oh well. Let's try to win game number 3. Bring back in the portable hole. I don't know what I was thinking getting rid of that. Maybe cut the Basalt Monolith? We'll try this out. On the play for game number 3. Sure, we'll keep Leyline of the Void, play the Planar Nexus, pass the turn. They have Flooded Strand, and Turn 1 Thoughtseize. Likely takes the Karn the Great Creator, they do. Okay. There's this tower, I mean, a good draw. And then I'll play out the Lotus Petals here, just for my constructs. We did see Hurkyl's Recall in game 2, so I have to keep that in mind. Hoping for no Wasteland here. And no play at all on their part. Okay. Another Leyline. They're going to consign the ability to make constructs. Alright. Now they ponder. They find Polluted Delta. We draw for turn. I still can't make constructs. And now I can search for an artifact. Soul Guide Lantern? I don't actually know what the right move is here. I guess I could grab a key. My thought about Soul Guide Lantern is if they somehow answered the Leyline, I'd still have, you know, something here to prevent them from putting a large creature into play. We'll play the Grim Monolith. Pass. I could also draw a card with it, which isn't terrible. Maybe I will draw a card. I'm going to wait. Okay. The One Ring. Force of Will exiles Atraxa. Okay, pass. Pretty evenly matched on clock at the moment. Karn the Great Creator. Plus the Karn. And we'll pass. They have 5 in hand. Another Karn. We'll -2. Yes. Grab the Mycosynth Lattice this time. Play it. They had 2 blue. Alright. Attempt to switch phases. Is this Hurkyl's Recall? It is. That resolves. Oh. Yeah. I once again, I forgot about it making everything artifacts. Whoops. Am I just playing into every trick in the book? Ah, oh, jeez. I feel like I'm just throwing this match. Just play the Soul Guide Lantern. Exile the Hurkyl's Recall. Ah, that was dumb. I'm just like not used to playing this deck, so I'm making some pretty embarrassing decisions. Thoughtseize, yep. They take the Lattice, they play Tamiyo, play the Planar Nexus, play Karn, Blitz, play the Portable Hole, play the Lotus Petal, pass the turn. Wait, did I use the... I didn't use the Karn. I'm just like... Sorry, I'm getting a little nervous. We're already down to 5 minutes, and I'm just like panicking a little. I gotta take my time. I did not use the Karn. Minus the Karn the Great Creator. We'll grab Mystic Forge, play the Grim Monolith, play Manifold Key, untap the Grim Monolith, play Mystic Forge, exile the Leyline from the top of the deck, pass the turn. They play Wasteland. This can destroy my Planar Nexus. We'll play the City of Traders, play the Glaring Fleshraker, Lotus Petal, trigger the Glaring Fleshraker. Okay. 5 minutes now. I'll activate the Forge to exile the land from the top. Okay, we'll minus the Karn here. Yes. Grab a Tormod's Crypt, just because I can. We'll play it, trigger the Glaring Fleshraker, use a Lotus Petal, untap the Grim Monolith, play the other Karn the Great Creator. They go to 10, 4 minutes on the clock. Keep the new one. Minus. Yes. We'll grab Paradox Engine. Pass the turn. And the opponent concedes the match. So even though I threw game number 2, we still won the match, thankfully. I almost threw game number 3. That was awful. This deck is so good that despite me, it wins games. We're 3-1. The best Legacy podcast? That would be Eternal Glory featuring myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We're available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube. The final round of this Legacy League, we're facing Phil Gallagher, my podcast co-host over at the Eternal Glory podcast. Alright, so this is a turn 1, the One Ring. I think we keep this. So we can go City of Traders, Grim Monolith, play Glaring Fleshraker, and then Lotus Petal triggers the Glaring Fleshraker, plays Candelabra for free, which would then give me another Scion, and then use Candelabra to untap City of Traders. That doesn't do it. So you're short of playing both Glaring Fleshraker and the 4-drop on turn 1. So do we want to do the 4-drop or do we want to do Glaring Fleshraker? I could also do City of Traders Candle, Grim Monolith, Lotus Petal One Ring. It's a tough call here. Phil's on 4 cards. We'll play Grim Monolith. I think I would like to play the Glaring Fleshraker, play Lotus Petal, trigger. Okay. This way I just have more mana, so that way if Phil stops me, I can keep on doing things. We'll play the Candle. This gives me another Scion. And then if I want to do anything else, I can untap the city, but that only gives me 3 mana, so I'll pass here. Plays Basic Swamp into Thoughtseize. So pick your poison, Phil. Which card am I not allowed to have? I think, in my opinion, I would prefer to keep the Forge. Phil took the ring. Alright, Phil. You got what you wanted. We'll play Grim Monolith. This gives me another Scion. Okay, and now we can play the Forge. I get another Scion here. There's a Saga. We'll exile the top card. Another Forge. I can play it. We'll untap the City of Traders. And we'll play Mystic Forge. Another land on top. We'll exile it. Alright, I am forced to pass the turn. Swing. Urborg, Dark Ritual, Borrowglyph. Okay. We're going to draw Planar Nexus. Exile the top card with Mystic Forge. We'll play Manifold Key. This can untap a Grim Monolith to give me a burst of mana. Or a Forge, because we keep on hitting lands. Alright, exile the top card. Another one, okay. Untap Mystic Forge. Activate the Forge again. Another land. That's a lot of lands. Okay. We're going to pass. Needle. Sure. Name's Mystic Forge. Good name. Phil does not attack because if Phil did attack, I could block and then sacrifice, and Phil would not be able to take advantage. Unfortunately, we have another land on top of our deck. So I'll play the Planar Nexus, untap Grim Monolith, and we'll pass. And this time Phil attacks. I will block, and then before damage sacrifice. Phil plays land number 3, and a second Barrogoyf. That makes the attack make sense. There's another land. That's so many lands. Why? Why are you like this deck? We have all the mana in the world now. Give me some spells. There's 16 lands in our deck. So there's 5 in exile, 3 in play. That's 8, 9, 10. I will block and then sacrifice. And then untap the other Grim Monolith. So Phil is going to go up to 14. It's another Barrogoyf and a mutated cultist. Phil returns the Barrogoyf. Alright, so Phil is now representing lethal. I need to do something meaningful this turn. No way. Another land? Oh, wow. I guess I can block and go to 1. Wow. That is... I mean, I don't like to complain about luck, but that is very unlucky. 11 lands in the top 33%. I have to block. This puts me to 1. So I'm dead to an Orcish Bowmasters. Phil already revealed a Rite of Consumption, which also kills me here. And there's Rite of Consumption that will deal me lethal. So my next card would have been a Glaring Fleshraker, 1 ring. Glaring Fleshraker, 1 ring. Lotus Petal, Karn. Like, just awful that I could not draw a spell there. Jeez. We probably don't need the Soul Guide Lantern. Maybe we'll bring in Needle instead and we'll try this. You know, I said that I would prefer to keep the Mystic Forge, and maybe that was my wrongdoing because the Forge was just like, hey, I'll show you. And it was just awful. Oh, I'm sorry. I said 16. We were playing 20 lands. So we had a little over half of the lands in our deck because we ended up seeing 12 total. So I had 12 of 20 in the top 33%. Sure, we'll keep. We'll play Urza's Tower, play out the Lotus Petal, and Grim Monolith. Pass the turn. Plays Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, and a Thoughtseize. Chooses the Kozilek's Command. That's what I would do. Tezzeret, Cruel Captain. Alright, so we'll play Saga. The Tezzeret's essentially free here because it just untaps the Grim Monolith. And now we can play Karn the Great Creator, minus the Karn. And I'm going to grab Paradox Engine here. Pass the turn. They play Dark Depths, so they could have Vampire Hexmage. They don't, by the looks. I mean, Phil could still go Dark Ritual, Vampire Hexmage. Doesn't do it. And this gives me enough to play Lattice Lock. So I'll play the Planar Nexus, untap the Grim Monolith, minus the Karn. We'll grab the Mycosynth Lattice, play the Lattice, put a counter on Tezzeret. I've used both my Planeswalkers, pass the turn. Alright, so we win game number 2. We just had to avoid Mystic Forge in order to do it. Okay. No changes from me. We will resubmit. The final game of this Legacy League, one way or another. Do we finish a 4-1 hero or a 3-2 loser? This hand is good. I mean, Phil is a Thoughtseize deck, and it's a deck that does the thing. Like, it plays spells. If we're hit, we can still do something else by a Thoughtseize. Like, I like this hand. Phil keeps 7. So will we. Basic Swamp. Needle. Okay. Names the One Ring. We don't have it. So I drew Planar Nexus. I could set up the land combo this turn so that way next turn I have 4 mana. But the problem is that I want to get the Grim Monolith in play, along with this Tezzeret. So Tezzeret's now in play. I can untap the Grim Monolith, play Basalt Monolith, This will put a counter on the Tezzeret and pass the turn. Damping Sphere. Sure. You got it. We draw another Tezzeret. Interesting. I think I'd like the Urza Saga in this spot. We'll minus the Tezzeret. I'm not sure what card I'd even want here. Maybe it's Manifold Key? Spend 3 mana. Whoops, I forgot about the Damping Sphere. We'll spend 3 mana this way. We'll play the other Tezzeret. Keep the new one. And then we'll play Manifold Key, untap Grim Monolith, and pass. They're going to exile the Tezzeret with the Baleful Mastery. And I get to draw a card here, which is a Lotus Petal. We draw another Planar Nexus. Saga goes to the second chapter. I'll play Lotus Petal if it lets me. There we go. And pass the turn. End step. We'll make a construct. I guess I could have saved life. I could have tapped the Grim Monolith and untapped, and I didn't need to take damage there. Disruptor Flute, sure. Name's Urza Saga. I'll untap the Basalt Monolith. This way I can Kozilek's Command for more. We'll add a colorless. Grab another key. Play Urza's Tower. I'm going to Kozilek's Command here for 5. Actually, let's do it for 6. Kozilek's Command for 6. So Portable Hole, that might be one we keep. Get rid of the Ancient Tomb. Get rid of the One Ring. Get rid of the Saga. Get rid of the Candle. Keep Portable Hole. Keep Mystic Forge. And now I will untap the Grim Monolith. Tap it again. Oh wait, I'm such an idiot. I used my white mana like a dummy. What is wrong with me? I even thought to myself, like, oh, I have Planar Nexus mana here to do what I want. And then I just, like, space-brained. Can't take me anywhere. I have not played that well this league. Phil plays land number 3. Swift end on my construct. Sure. Phil's now at 12. We'll draw the Portable Hole. Obviously, there's a land on top. Why wouldn't there be? We'll play Lotus Petal. We'll sacrifice a Scion here. And then we'll play Portable Hole. Exile the Damping Sphere. I'll go to 11. Untap Grim Monolith. And I probably could have tapped better, because then I would have had one more mana off the Urza Saga. There's a lot of small things that I'm not doing right here. And I'm not trying to, like, beat myself up or anything. It's just like, I don't know what it is. I'm not playing well today. I can't explain it. It's just, I've played better in my life before. And I don't have a ton of experience with this deck either, and I do think that's some of it, but also I realized my errors like right after I do them, so maybe I just need to slow down with the new strategy. That could possibly be it as well. We'll play Karn the Great Creator, untap Grim Monolith, play the Glaring Fleshraker, minus the Karn, and we could just play Lattice here. Mycosynth Lattice, and then sacrifice our Eldrazi Scions. And we beat Phil, so we went 4-1. This deck only lost the lands in which, honestly, I felt like Game 2 was a heartbreaker, because that was a winning hand, and I just didn't convert it. And I played really bad in match number 4, and kind of bad in match number 5, so this deck was impressive. I think Tezzeret Cruel Captain is the real deal. I love the Portable Hole technology in both the main deck and the sideboard. Yeah, I mean, there's some lists, I mean, I'm not playing it today, but I did see some lists playing Liquid Metal Coating in the sideboard over the second copy of Disruptor Flute. I chose to play 2 flutes today. You could play the Liquid Metal Coating. That's like the flex spot in my opinion, but the 75 felt really good. Other than my poor play, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. This deck was impressive. I might have to get the missing pieces for myself in paper. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, keep storming. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. After you do that, open up our description where you can find all of our social media networks, including our Discord, where you can discuss today's deck in that Discord with me and tons of other combo masterminds. It's absolutely free to join, and it's certainly worth your while.